Hi everyone! In today's video we're going to be discussing a sequence of rigid motions. Let's take a look at the first example. Describe the sequences of transformations that maps triangle ABC to triangle A double prime, B double prime, C double prime. So the first thing I'm going to look for is ABC. I'm going to put a 1, that's my pre-image. Then it's going to A prime, B prime, C prime. And then finally, my image of A double prime, B double prime, C double prime. So let's take a look at what's happening. I notice that triangle ABC is being turned to triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. So I know that there's a rotation of 90 degrees about point C prime. Remember, you always have to state where the center of rotation is. Then a reflection in line XY. So this triangle here is being reflected across line XY onto triangle 3. So first I have a rotation of 90 degrees about point C prime, then a reflection in line XY. Let's take a look at the next question. As graphed on the set of axes below, triangle A prime, B prime, C prime is the image of triangle ABC after a sequence of transformations. So I'm going to put a 1 in triangle ABC because that is my pre-image. And my image is triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. Is triangle A prime, B prime, C prime congruent to triangle ABC? Use the properties of rigid motions to explain your answer. So let's figure out how triangle ABC gets onto triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. Because it says properties of rigid motions, I want to determine if it's a translation, a rotation, or a reflection. So notice if I look at the lettering of ABC, that is clockwise, and then A prime, B prime, C prime is counterclockwise. So I know the orientation of the letters is changing, so I know it has to be a reflection. So let's reflect over the y-axis. So I'm counting 3 boxes away from A to Y, so I'll go another 3 boxes here. We'll call that. And then B is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And C is 1 over, C is 1 over. So I know it has to be a reflection in the y-axis. So write that down, reflection in y-axis. Then let's take a look. It's being translated 1, 2, 3 units down. We could check that for every point. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So then it's going to be a translation 3 units down. So is triangle A prime, B prime, C prime congruent to triangle ABC? Yes. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. A reflection and translation are rigid motions. A rigid motion preserves distance or side length and angle measure. So therefore, the two triangles have to be congruent because a reflection and a translation are rigid motions. A rigid motion preserves distance and angle measure.